Hello and God bless you. My name is Mark Tellis. I'm the pastor of Word Awakening Church in Portland, Oregon. We're continuing our Bible study on prayer, and today we're going to be talking about giving thanks. Giving thanks, it is God's will. We find in 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, looking at the 16th to the 18th verse, it reads this way. It says, "Be joyful always. Pray continually. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Giving thanks at the beginning of our prayers and then giving thanks again after we've prayed and believed. And these two prayers are actually different thanksgivings. And this is because prayer is a progressive process. Let's compare the two thanksgivings. Well, the first thanksgiving expresses our appreciation for God's forgiveness and His mercy. And that's why we do that. That's the first prayer. And then also the first prayer is thanking God for the privilege of prayer and being given access to boldly come before the throne of grace in the time of need. That's why we thank Him first. When we go to God, we're thanking Him for the access that was made available to us by Jesus Christ's actions on Calvary's cross. Now, the second thanksgiving at the end of our prayer is actually the highest form of faith. That thanksgiving is showing the highest form of faith. You are thanking God for what you don't see yet because you believe it's already done. That is the thanksgiving at the end. That takes faith. That's active belief to be able to thank Him before He even does it. If you truly believe that what you've prayed for, you received what you've asked for, then you just start thanking God. If you believe it, you begin to thank God for it. There is no need to wait for the manifestation or wait for the answer before expressing gratitude unto God for the things that He's doing in our lives. In fact, you really aren't showing God that you really believe Him until you begin to thank Him. Now, we do this all the time with humans. We just do it all the time. But when it comes down to God, we don't do it for God. And that's what we need to be able to do. Let me show you an example of how we do it with humans. Suppose you go into a bank and you apply for a loan. And then the banker tells you, you are approved. The money will be deposited into your account shortly. Now, you don't see the money. And you really don't know if the banker is really telling the truth or if it actually was approved. But what we're going to say is, and we're going to say it with a big smile, "Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much." That's what we're going to say. We're thanking Him before we even see the manifestation of it. Then we start planning how we intend on spending this loan, and we're making phone calls and making promises to people that, the money's on the way. All these things begin to take place and we haven't even seen it yet. All this is based on what? The banker's words. And so what we need to come to is we need to treat God the same way. God is saying, do me the same way you're doing them. Do the same things for me. Thank me before it is registered in your bank account. Just begin to thank me. Why? Why should we do this? Well, it's because if you would just believe, God's answers will come. If you believe, God's answer will come. The Bible tells us in the book of James, the 1st chapter, the 6th and the 7th verse, it says, "But let him act in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed." And then it goes on to say, "For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord." I'm encouraging you today to don't block your prayers. Don't block the answers. Start giving God thanks and continue to thank God until the answer comes. If someone comes and asks you tomorrow, how are you doing? How are you doing today? All I want you to do is just tell them, I am thanking God for what I have received. I'm thanking Him for what I have received. If someone asks you, well, how are you feeling? How are you feeling today? Tell them, I'm feeling really good. And then that may cause them to ask, well, why are you feeling really good? Just tell them, I'm thanking God for what He's going to manifest in me, what He is going to manifest. When you respond like that, when you respond in this way, you start attracting angels. The Bible tells us, it says this, it says, are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve those who are the inheritance or who will inherit salvation? This is found in Hebrews, the 1st chapter, the 14th verse. That's who we are. We're the heirs of salvation. And ministering spirits are listening for our words. And as we begin to thank God for what He has already done, even before it's manifested, those things will begin to come to us. God bless you.